As flames engulf the Arab gas field allegedly struck by Iran, US President Donald Trump lashes out furiously, directing his anger squarely at Israel over the explosive escalation. The world's largest natural gas hub has been heavily hit and severely damaged following what appears to be a large-scale Iranian missile strike targeting key energy infrastructure. Facing mounting pressure from Arab allies, Donald Trump seems increasingly desperate, publicly urging Israel to avoid attacking Iran's vital gas fields to prevent a wider conflict. While Trump insists he had no prior knowledge of Israel's military plans, a shocking new US intelligence report now reveals major contradictions and potential deceit behind his claims. Israel's massive strike on Iran's strategic South Pars gas field has unleashed chaos across the Gulf region, igniting fears of economic collapse and a dangerous new spiral of retaliation. As Trump finds himself politically cornered and Netanyahu's actions spiral out of control, the fast-moving conflict appears to be slipping entirely beyond America's command and influence. Israel's attack on the world's largest natural gas field has unleashed complete chaos across the Gulf region, sending shockwaves through global energy markets and regional security networks. On March 18, Israel launched multiple waves of air and missile strikes targeting Iran's massive South Pars gas field, marking one of the most aggressive actions in the region's recent history. Even the US president publicly denounced Israel's assault on South Pars, accusing it of recklessly escalating tensions and driving the Gulf closer to a full-scale regional conflict. Crucially, the South Pars gas field is jointly shared between Iran and Qatar, making the attack a direct blow to both nations and threatening vital energy supplies for much of the world. In a swift and furious response, Tehran carried out retaliatory strikes across several Gulf nations, widening the battlefield and intensifying fears of a broader confrontation. Among the hardest-hit areas was Qatar's Ras Laffan industrial city, which suffered extensive damage during Iran's missile barrage targeting critical energy infrastructure. Ras Laffan Industrial City holds immense importance as the world's largest liquefied natural gas export facility, and its partial destruction could disrupt global gas supply chains. Qatar has declared Iran's strikes on its primary gas installations a grave assault on national security, calling for urgent international action to deter further aggression. Before launching its counteroffensive, Iran had explicitly warned Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates to evacuate their citizens from sensitive sites near expected targets. Dramatic footage from the ground shows strikes hitting a Saudi Arabian fuel depot reportedly used to supply US fighter jets, sparking worldwide outrage and panic. Operations at the UAE's Habshan gas site were abruptly suspended on March 18 after debris from intercepted Iranian missiles rained down dangerously close to key extraction zones. In a strongly worded post on Truth Social, Donald Trump claimed that the United States had no prior knowledge of Israel's plan to strike Iran's South Pars gas field, distancing his administration from the attack. Trump then made a rare public statement urging Israel to hold back from attacking South Pars, even as he simultaneously issued a stern warning to Tehran against escalating retaliation. The US president said, quote, "Israel, out of anger for what has taken place in the Middle East, has violently lashed out at a major facility known as South Pars gas field in Iran. A relatively small section of the whole has been hit. The United States knew nothing about this particular attack, and the country of Qatar was in no way, shape, or form involved with it, nor did it have any idea that it was going to happen. Unfortunately, Iran did not know this, or any of the pertinent facts pertaining to the South Pars attack, and unjustifiably and unfairly attacked a portion of Qatar's LNG gas facility. No more attacks will be made by Israel pertaining to this extremely important and valuable South Pars field unless Iran unwisely decides to attack a very innocent, in this case, Qatar, in which instance the United States of America, with or without the help or consent of Israel, will massively blow up the entirety of the South Pars gas field at an amount of strength and power that Iran has never seen or witnessed before. I do not want to authorize this level of violence and destruction because of the long-term implications that it will have on the future of Iran, but if Qatar's LNG is again attacked, I will not hesitate to do so. Thank you for your attention to this matter." However, the US-based outlet Axios reported that Washington had prior knowledge of Israel's planned assault on the South Pars gas field and allegedly approved the operation in advance. Axios further claimed that the United States appeared to change its position only after Tehran's fierce retaliatory strikes hit several Arab nations, forcing Washington to reassess its stance. According to Reuters, multiple Israeli media reports suggested that the US had indeed granted Israel the go-ahead for the South Pars attack, despite official denials from American officials. Global oil markets reacted sharply, with crude prices surging by over 4% to reach around $112 per barrel in the wake of the latest strikes on vital oil and gas infrastructure. Energy prices were already climbing steadily after Iran's dramatic decision to close the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most critical maritime choke points for oil exports. Handling close to 20 million barrels of oil every day, the strait accounts for nearly 1/5 of total global oil consumption, making its closure a potential disaster for the world economy.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.